All praises to the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the Holy Spirit, Yahweh Shai, Grand Rising, Shalom Nation, Shalom family. Uncommon sense is the mental illness of the day. It's so much uncommon sense that's going on. And Christianity has had its way, its origination in creating this mental disturbance of the force. Gentiles do not use common sense, as we all know. And because of that, their whole existence is coming into view to be very demented. You know, we look at the Bible, their Bible, and we look at other historical books and other scriptures, and we can use common sense to hear a little and there a little. We can use common sense to precept upon precept, line upon line, here a little, there a little. But they seemingly can't. They're still stuck dealing with this mental illness of the laws are done away with. Well, hell, your laws ain't even done away with. I mean, Galatians, in Galatians, it says the laws are done. Well, you wrote that. You translated that for your own good or your own bad. But you translated that. You came up with that. Don't act like our words from the Hebrew is something that is now your words from the Greek. No, you didn't translate it perfectly. You didn't do what you were supposed to do in terms of bringing light to the world. Historically and currently, we see that is not the case. That's not even close to being the case. So miss me with the madness of, oh well, you know, you guys, people need to listen to us and follow Jesus. Jesus is the way. Well, okay, fair enough. But if you're not following your Jesus's way, why should we? Why should we continue to entertain your Jesus's way when your Jesus has done nothing but tell us that all the laws are done away with, yet you created laws against us, to tell us that you forgive everybody, yet you don't forgive us. You don't even forgive your own forefathers. Tell us that, Jesus loves everyone, where you've never shown that. And yet somehow we are to continue to entertain your logic, your uncommon mental illness. And listen, we're not mad at you. We don't have time to be mad at you. We don't have time to debate you. We don't have time to go back and forth. Right now, we're dealing with our own people, our own individual walks, because that's what we were set upon to be purposed to do. Whereas you all were set upon to be purposed to keep us from doing that. And, you know, you guys always want to talk about hate, and you guys always want to talk about, you know, this wokeness thing or whatever that you guys in your mind think that, you know, it is, a spiritual awakening is. You know, you all want to maintain some thought process that you guys are the moral authority of the earth when your actions don't show nor prove any of that. You know, everything I saw today that, Princess Leia's dress that she wore during Star Wars is up for auction for $1 million. Okay. That is so materialistically minded, because where are you gonna wear this dress? You're gonna buy this dress and put it up somewhere to say you have it? See, that's uncommon sense. When you can go to TJ Maxx or Ross or wherever and get yourself a dress. But you want to spend $1 million. You want to auction off $1 million for what? For material? Literally? A material thing? See, with Saturn coming into view and leaving us gifts of spiritual awakening, Gentiles can't gravitate to that. They can't gain that spiritual awakening because they have no spirit to awaken. Because when your spirit is all about materialism and take and hoard and oppress, well, how can the spirit work for you? When you say to the world, the laws are done away with, how can you gain the spirit when the spirit is order and law? The whole universe has laws. Oh, well, the Big Bang Theory happened. Well, again, that's you coming up with that madness. That's not, you can't even prove that. That's a theory, the Big Bang Theory. That's why we have come to the edge of your reason, and we have looked at your reason, and we have said to ourselves, you have no reason. And there is no reason for you to be other than to make us not be. And as we realize this reason of yours, we're able to circumvent it and come back to our own reason, where we are today. And Israel, those that are put into Israel, those that are Israel, it's hard for us to see how and why you exist, other than to create an obstacle block, and other than maintain disaster, chaos. Your order and your laws is, so you might as well say your laws out of chaos. This is the complete story of European Western history and Eastern history. It's all about order out of chaos. And Israel today, not the Israelis, but Israel today, have decided to no longer entertain it. And because we're no longer entertaining it, what you see out here in your world is a discomfort. Because once we awaken to understanding, the first and foremost thing that occurs is order, a righteous order. And that's what we're bringing. We're learning, we're teaching, we're actually putting thought into application. We're dealing with the two greatest commandments. We're maintaining our own understanding. Oh, well, don't lean on your own understanding. What? Of course, if nothing else, get understanding. You have to have your own understanding in order to even understand the Father's understanding. So again, you wrote that in there. All these things that you guys teach, you guys wrote in there to supersede what was already written in there. And in doing so, you created a retarded understanding, which has gotten everybody in shackles and bondage to a false truth. And now that we who live in light and truth are now being awakened internally, and the kingdom, and we're rebuilding the kingdom inside of us so that we can then manifest it in the now, we're no longer entertaining that. We're no longer entertaining you and your ways. And it's best suited for you all to get on board with what we're saying, to even, take a look at it from another perspective, understand a different dynamic of what you guys have been saying, and use common sense and reason that we are using to deal with it. I mean, the whole book is scattered with Gentiles, what Gentiles have done or not done or what they will do. And yet that somehow gets lost in translation. And when yet I say to a Gentile, hey, you guys are Gentiles. Yeah, we know we're Gentiles. Well, if you know you're Gentiles, you should know your end game. Why is this difficult for Gentiles to read for comprehension? You know, you guys want us to read and study and get tested on and go to SATs and ACTs and be tested and all this about what you guys think. But then when we add what we think from our perspective and our own understanding, you want to tell us, don't lean on your own understanding. Lean on us. Lean on our understanding. As if your understanding has any capacity for truth. And that's the whole kit and caboodle now. Your truth has been shown to be lies. I mean, we got all this documentation out here, ancient artifacts, we got ancient manuscripts, we've got maps, we've got logistical manifests, we've got all these things out here to contradict everything that you guys have ever said, Gentiles. And for some reason, you still think that you guys are that we should be beholden to it. It's like we've been eating doo-doo forever, and now that you put it in a spring roll, or rather an egg roll, put some lettuce in it and fried it up, you still want us to eat it, and we're going, nah, we don't want that. We don't want that. And you're going, but why not? Because it's doo-doo. Well, you guys think that you guys are racist because you guys don't want to eat off of our doo-doo tree, our tree of knowledge of good and evil. No, we don't. Why? You guys have not shown that this tree is sustainable. There's no sustainability in it. Your whole concept is about sustaining yourselves, and yet nothing of yourself is sustainable. You can't even sustain your own people. Your production rate of sustainability for your own people is low. Matter of fact, it's the lowest it's ever been, maybe. I don't know, because you guys made those numbers. But it's extremely low. The mindset of your people is being shown to be very demented. And dementia comes as a mental illness. And we no longer want your mental illness. We no longer want to be entertained by you. We no longer want to watch and deal with your understanding, your movies, your sports shows, any of your stuff for entertainment value. Now we're looking for truth in everything. And it's no way that we're going to be able to go back into the matrix of Gentilese and enjoy it. There's no way anymore. So when you're on TikTok and you're talking this rhetoric about how, black people want to be all this, and the Latinos and Hispanics want to chime in and say, well, you guys want to be this and that, and you guys always want to culture appropriate, and when you guys want to get mad about the black Tutankhamun, making a Netflix show about Black Tutankhamun or Black Cleopatra, you guys want to catch an attitude, but did nobody say nothing when you guys were everything and everyone? And telling us that we were savages and we didn't have anything and we didn't know nothing. We had no inheritance, no land. We are not a people. We're just we're whoever lands we're on's people. We're nothing but slaves. When we now realize that we are far more greater than any slave. Yes, we've been slaves, but we were not originally slaves. And when we bring this information to you, when we bring this knowledge to you, you guys scoff and want to act like, you guys were everything. When fact of the matter is you're unable to deal with the environment of the Father in hot lands. You're just unable to do that. And that's a fact. You guys need protection from things like the sun. So where are you in history? Where are you in your story today? You can't come late to the game and expect to start and expect to be a starter. You're late. Matter of fact, you're not even playing. But you chose to say, well, you know what? I'm the game. It's my game. It's my ball. I'm leaving. But we got balls over here. Nope, but I'm taking my ball. Matter of fact, I'm taking your ball too. Wait, but you just got here. It doesn't matter. If I can't start, if I can't play, then you know what? Everything is going. I'm going to destroy it all. Now, what kind of common sense is that? What kind of proper reasoning and thought process is that? So your history tells on you. It tells on you. Your history has snitched on you. And it's not us saying, making up things and saying, nah, we don't know, you guys are evil. No, this isn't us saying that just to be saying it, to be mean. This is us telling you this so that you can, to be able to help you understand that there has to be some common sense approach to all of this. And if you're unwilling to do that, then you are a heathen. You're not even in the game. And if you take your ball and leave and kick us off your land that you say is yours, your field, we'll just go to ours. And we'll have a field manicured, some nice Bermuda grass. We'll be able to have our own balls. Matter of fact, we'll have our own institution. And that's what you're seeing. The Father's institutions of higher learning. This is where we are. And we're not asking you to come. We're not giving you scholarships to come to this, because that's not for us to do. That's for the Father to grant you a scholarship. And if you're unable to get the scholarship, don't be mad at us. I mean, there's no affirmative action in the Father's higher learning institutions. There's no affirmative action. You got to do it, man. Woman. You got to do something. And it starts with repenting for yourself, for your own inaccurate thoughts and actions. You got to start there in order to be able to be made whole, to be able to gain understanding, to be able to give understanding and to gain understanding. You can't continue to deal with the Council of Nicene understanding when we now know that that's a fake institution. That's a evil institution that was set up to do evil against us. So at this stage in the game, you got to step your game up. If you want to be in the higher learning, which I doubt that you can be, but there will be some of you. But if you want to be in the higher learning, then, fooey on you. You got to get with the program. You got to get with the game, because we're not giving you the scholarships. All praises to the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. All praises. Shalom.